The electromagnetic waves which are transmitted by the transmitter of a system through antenna are propagated in the medium, that is in the space, and are received by another antenna at the receiver end. In between, we are propagating the electromagnetic waves, and there are three different methods by which these are propagated. One method we have already studied, that is when the waves of comparatively low frequency are going parallel to the surface of the earth. But in that case, the range become very small and we cannot give much energy. We cannot use a higher frequency because the attenuation is very high and the range is limited. Now, if we want to increase the range, we have to use higher energy, that is higher frequency waves, and we apply a method that is known as sky wave propagation. We send or we direct our waves towards the sky, and sky reflect them back to the earth and we are able to receive it. Now, for this phenomena, understanding this phenomena, the one thing we should understand, and that is structure of our sky, structure of the atmosphere, and what is in that atmosphere due to which these waves are reflected back. So, on the earth, we know there is atmosphere above the earth, and to different heights we have divided it in geography, like the stratosphere, this, that and that. But we are not concerned with that. We are concerned with another phenomena that is known as ionization. On the surface of earth there is atmosphere. Here is the sun, and from sun the rays are coming. These rays are striking the molecules of air in the atmosphere of earth. Then there are certain very powerful waves in the sun. We call them cosmic rays or cosmic waves. When they strike one atom, the outermost electron is ejected out, and that is ionization takes place. But the number of atoms in the outermost sphere are very less, because the density of the atmosphere goes on decreasing. So, most of the radiation comes without striking this. Now, when they come to a second layer, here the population of atoms are more, because the density has increased. So, the interaction between waves and the atoms are more in numbers, and the production of ions, the number of ions produced become high. So, here they strike it, ionization takes place, but the number is less. Here in the middle level, the rate of strike is more because of the larger density. So, ionization is more. Then in the third layer, the density is again very large. Rays cannot escape, they will strike one or the other. But the problem is, most of the cosmic rays have been consumed either at this level or at this level. So, we have very few left. So, what we find here, the number of rays were very large, but the problem is the atoms were less. In third, atoms are very large, but the number of rays were less. In the middle, the interaction is maximum. So, at the middle, ionization is very large. So, ionization of atom here, here, that makes a layer, and that complete layer is known as ionization layer in the atmosphere of the earth. Now, this is a layer of charged particles, and electromagnetic waves are having electric field and magnetic field. Both of them are affected by presence of charged particle, because those charged particles are having their own electric field. So, there is an interaction between them, and because of the interaction, whatever radiation or whatever electromagnetic waves we are sending from here, there is interaction between the two, and these waves are reflected back to earth. This phenomena we have seen in physics, in optics, where we have a denser medium and a rarer medium. Okay, when the light goes from denser to the rarer medium, and this angle is more than a particular critical angle, then this does not enter the rarer medium, but it is reflected back to the same medium, and this phenomena is known as total internal reflection. Nevertheless, what it is? Reflection coming back to the same direction. The same thing is happening here. The rays we are sending, the waves we are sending, electromagnetic radio waves, here they are reflected back because of the presence of an electric field due to ionosphere. If the frequency is more, they are very powerful, then maybe this layer is not able to reflect them. Then what will happen? It will go here. This layer is more powerful with a stronger electric field. So, this layer will now reflect it back, and it will come to the earth. In this way, it is either reflected by this layer, or reflected by this layer, or reflected by this layer, depending upon whatever is the frequency or power. Low frequency reflected by lower layer, higher frequency reflected by higher level, more higher frequency by another higher level, and more higher frequency, much higher frequency. What will happen to that? That will penetrate it. This, and it will go. It will not be reflected back. So, up to a certain frequency, the waves can be reflected back. If the frequency is more than that, then they will penetrate the atmosphere and go into the space. Then it will not be reflected back. And what we have seen, that this has got minimum, we are using it for 3 megahertz frequency to say 30 to 40, or exactly we use it up to 32 megahertz. All our electromagnetic waves, radio waves up to this frequency, we are using this method of propagation. And in this method of propagation, what are the advantages? What do we see? In ground wave propagation, here is our antenna and here is our next antenna. If our antenna is more than this, this cannot go there. Earth comes in between. So the range for ground wave is very small. But in this case, it goes up to this height, comes back here. Range is so large. If we increase the frequency, that is, if we decrease the wavelength, then what will happen? It will penetrate this layer and it will be reflected by second layer. If it is reflected by second layer, it will come here. Now, this is the range. If we increase the frequency, it will be reflected by this. Now, this is the range. More than that, it will not come back. So, if we want, we can make this range, but this is a very large range compared to ground wave. So what has happened? Range increase. And now this is laws of reflection. Even you can make certain numericals based on this, that if our angle of propagation is so much, this, and it is reflected by a layer which is this much height, you can always find out this space. Like we have a radio station at Sri Lanka, Ceylon, and here is India. They are using so many frequencies. Lower frequency, then higher is the wavelength. Okay. So if they have many stations, let us say if they are using a wave of 21 meter, it comes here. This area is in our case Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. They are using another wave which has got wavelength equal to 19. It will go here. This comes to Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, that. And they are using another wavelength which is 16 to 15 meter. Frequency is higher, it is reflected by the higher layer, it comes here, and here what we have is UP, Punjab, that area. So in this way they are using 21 meter band, 19 meter band and 15 meter band, and we are getting at different parts of India. Suppose they are using only 21 meter band, people here in UP, Punjab and the northern part of India, they will not get the good signals. So when we travel and go to Chennai part, Bangalore part, they says we are getting good signals with 21 meter band. The people in Punjab are getting good signals for 15 meter band, not for the 21 meter band. It is because of this understanding now we have. So this type of propagation, reflection by ionosphere, is known as sky wave propagation. These layers are different type of layers, and we have given them certain names. Like this one layer is known as D layer, D, and this has a height of 65 to 75. After that we have E layer, A, B, C, D, E. Here is E layer. E layer has a height of nearly 100 kilometer. After that we have F1 layer. This F1 layer has height of nearly 190 kilometer. And after that we have F2 layer, and this F2 layer is spread from 65 to 400, this goes up to 300. So in this way, from 65 to 300, all these layers are ionized, and their degree of ionization is different. Here it is less, here it is less, here it is more. So some waves reflected by this, some waves reflected by this, some by this, some by this. So up to this much these are reflected, and after that it's not reflected, they will go straight into the space, and the range we are going to use is this. The phenomena responsible is reflection by ionosphere. The type of reflection is total internal reflection. The benefit of this is the range has increased to a large extent. If we want to increase the range further, what can we do? Answer: we can change the frequency to a higher degree. Number one, we can change the angle of propagation. If we change the angle of propagation this way, then it will be reflected and on the earth it will reach here. So in this way, by various mechanisms, we can change the range, but the range as such are very high, around 500 to 5000 kilometer. So this is skywave propagation, and these are certain advantages of it. One disadvantage of the ground wave, the disadvantage was the induced wave in the ground, which was doing the short circuiting and which was leading to attenuation. That is not here, because it goes straight in the sky. Earth is far away. There is no induction and there is no parallel wave inside the earth. So that attenuation is not there. So the lot of strength comes back. So this is all the features of the skywave. Please remember all these features. Should I number it? This is the range we use. This is one benefit. These are the layers of ionization, and this is the method of ionization, that is reflection, total internal reflection. So all these things you should remember. So now in the next lecture we will see, if we increase the frequency more than 40 megahertz, our waves are more powerful, because more is the frequency, more is the energy. More is the frequency, more is the energy. The energy is so much, so large that none of the ionosphere layer is able to reflect it. It will penetrate all and go to the space. What to do with that? So that we will study in the next lecture, that is space wave propagation or satellite communication. Thank you.